Hi, my name is Shraddha Bista. I'm a registered migration agent, and today we're talking about sponsored parent visa subclass 870. Let me first tell you why this subclass is different from all the other parent visa subclasses, mainly contributory and the non-contributory parent visa. Point number one is sponsored parent visa is a temporary visa, unlike the other parent visa subclasses. It is similar to a visitor visa, but the main difference between the visitor visa and sponsored parent visa is that with the visitor visa, you cannot stay in Australia for more than 12 months in the 18 months period. Whereas with the sponsored parent visa, you can opt for either 3 years or 5 years visa, depending on your choice. For example, 3 years would cost you $5,000, 5 years will cost you $10,000. So this is a temporary visa. However, you can have your parents stay in Australia for a longer period of time. The other difference between the permanent parent visa and sponsored parent visa is that with this sponsored parent visa, you do not need to meet the balance of family test. So you do not need to stress about whether you have 50% of children in Australia or not, as long as the sponsor is either Australian citizen, or if they are permanent resident or eligible New Zealand citizen, they need to have resided in Australia for a minimum of 4 years. As long as you meet that criteria, you are okay to sponsor your parent for this particular visa. So this visa is suitable for those people who do not meet the balance of family test but want to bring their parents to Australia and keep them here for either 3 years or 5 years. It's ideal for those people. Even for those people who do meet the balance of family test, sometimes you have a situation where you do not want to pay the contributory fee and you would like your parents, and your parents would like to come to Australia, for example, for childcare support and things like that. They would just would like to offer 3 to 5 years to come here and live with you. In these kind of situation, a sponsored parent visa is very practical, very reasonable and affordable as well, compared to the contributory parent visa where you have to pay heaps of money compared to sponsored parent visa. There are some strict criteria and guidelines when applying for this visa. For example, you need to first apply for the sponsorship. So the Australian child needs to first apply for the sponsorship and be approved. The sponsor needs to earn an income, a taxable income of at least $83,454. Don't be discouraged if you do not have that much of income. The alternative option is you can have your income combined with either your spouse or your sibling. Have the income combined, but do keep in mind that the main sponsor needs to at least earn half of the amount, so that would be approximately $42,000, and the sponsor should not have any debt and should meet the character requirements. One important time of application criteria is that the applicant must be offshore to apply for this visa. If they are onshore, you need to get a permission from the minister, and the way of getting it is you'd apply for the sponsorship, and in that sponsorship firm you'd ask for the permission to apply onshore. If you get the permission to apply onshore, you need to apply it within 60 days of approval of the sponsorship. If the applicant is offshore, you have 6 months to apply after the sponsorship has been approved. You need to keep in mind that this visa, the total length of the visa cannot exceed more than 10 years. So for example, if you're applying for the 5 years visa, which costs you 10 grand, you cannot have more than 2 5-year sponsored parent visa. Few things to keep in mind when you're applying for this visa. You need to make sure that you maintain adequate health insurance. You need to prove genuine temporary stay in Australia. You need to have enough savings, or you need to show that you are financially well to pay for this visa. So that's all for today. Please note that the information I shared today is a general information only to news and updates till today's date, 15th of February 2021. It is not a migration advice specific to your circumstance. If you do need any migration advice, please feel free to contact us. Otherwise, I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you next time.